Hey y'all. Well, it's about, let me see what time it is. It is 3:04 a.m. in the morning, Central Time. August the 4th of 2016. Hello, witches. I wanted to do this video late tonight because for some reason I just can't get to sleep, I just got a million things I want to do and a million things I want. And so, guess what? That's keeping me up right now. I mean, I got a lot of things I want to accomplish. Anyways, I wanted to share an experience with you all. Okay? For some reason, I have been traveling just about every single day. And I am trying to figure out why. Okay? I'm trying to figure it out. But, I'm a witch. Usually I travel at about a new moon, a new crescent moon, about 15% efface. But no, it's a dark moon. I'm thinking it's a dark moon, y'all. Don't hold me to that. I need to check and see. Is it a dark moon today? Well, we'll see. We'll see what the moon phase is, parting the darkness. I didn't want to have to get up and turn the light on when I can just do a quick one right quick. A quickie. The moon phase for, isn't that sad? A witch that don't know off the top of her head what the moon phase is. Isn't that crazy? I know what you all saying. She should know that already. But I don't. I really don't. I'm not going to lie to you. It says that the moon phase, I'm still looking, y'all. Still looking. Oh, I'm looking at so much news here. Still looking, y'all. Oh gosh. This is weird. We're at a new moon. Well, no wonder I traveled. I had no clue. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Okay, well, that explains it. We're in a new moon phase. So that's why I have been traveling. Anyways, but I still have been traveling before the new moon. During the dark moon, I was still traveling. But I want to tell you all about this experience. I'm just going to throw a few things here and there, of the past that I've already talked to you all about. But I just want to talk about them. But anyways, y'all know I'm a time jumper. That's what they call people like us. Time travelers and time jumpers. You understand? You just pick what you want to call it. Anyways, so that's what I do. I travel to other dimensions and parallel universes and, to the past, the future, wherever. You understand? But just like I always say, there's no such thing as the past or the future, because all of them are parallel. Okay? The future is happening right now with the past. Now, I'm going to throw some things out to you all. You all know that I travel, and I've talked to you all about, some places that I've gone through the years. Y'all remember I told y'all I went to the year 2027. It just depends. There's a lot of new people here following now. But I went to the year 2027. And I saw the cars and how they look in the year 2027. And, I saw how the map changed. The United States, things changed around just a little bit. Where the U.S. is and everything. Not drastic changes, but there were some very, very slight changes. Anyways, if you don't remember, or if you hadn't seen it, that's on the video way back when. Okay. But so, and I also talked about where I traveled, and I was in the back seat of a car, and in the front seat of the car was driving. In the front seat of the car, there were no drivers. And I was talking to the guy who's in the back seat of the car with me, asking him, why weren't there any people in the seat in the front, and why was it empty? And he said that, the front seat is optional. You can ride up front if you want to, or you don't necessarily have to. And I asked him who's operating the car, because there was no steering wheel. And he was like, he was showing me a device where he was actually operating the car, and the car was driving itself. Okay. So that was another thing that I saw when I time jumped. And that happened this year, 2016. Also, when I time jumped, I saw a car, where when you turn it on, the tail lights go like this, sort of like how EKG would go. The lights and the tail lights were like that when you fire it up and turn it on. There was something else different that I've never seen here that I saw in a parallel universe. Now, I've said all of that to say this right here. What I saw this time really has changed my mind about everything I do, see, and hear. I ain't saying. And I'm going to do a video with you all on the outside in the daylight so y'all can see me real good. It's just late now. Okay, I want y'all to see my eyes when I tell you this. Look. This is very unusual for me. I went on a travel, and guess what I had in my hand? My cell phone. Never done anything like that. Took my cell phone along with me. Now, I want to tell y'all what happened when I took this cell phone with me. Okay? When I was there, it was just like a regular looking place. I mean, I didn't see too many changes. There were a lot of homes, and I was going down this hill, and evidently these houses were like on a type of steep hill, And you've gone to the neighborhoods that have a lot of hills, and maybe not. I don't know, because most people may say it's flat where they are. But this place, there were a lot of large homes on the hill, and I remember descending and going down the street. Okay? And I noticed that it looked like it was like right at dawn. Okay? So I wanted to call my family. It's so weird because when you're in the astral scape, you really don't think about the people here on the earth plane. But for some reason, I wanted to call somebody on the earth plane. And I had my cell phone. I managed to get my hands on my cell phone. Okay? When I got my hands on my cell phone, I noticed that there were a lot of tiny little ants or mites crawling all over the phone. So I went to this house. It was a white house on the right hand side of me. And I knocked on the door because I felt like this was an urgent call and I wanted to call somebody here on the earth plane and let them know that I was in a travel. And y'all, I got some stuff to tell y'all, man, because these travels are getting kind of like very weird. Okay, so I go and I knock on the door and somebody comes out. It's a young lady. She comes out, and this is a screen front porch, and so she lets me into the screen front porch. Okay, because you know it's like a door that locks the screen front porch to keep people off of the porch, I guess. And so I want to call somebody because on my cell phone there are a lot of tiny mites and ants, I thought, on it, on the screen. And she said, well, you're welcome to come and use the phone. And I showed her my phone. I said, I don't know what's going on with my phone. I said, but my phone is acting really strange. I said, there are a lot of tiny little ants on it and I can't see. And it was so disgusting to see all of these little little ants or whatever crawling. And I said, no matter what I do, if I wipe them, wipe the glass on the phone or whatever, I can't get rid of them. And she laughed at me, and I was like, what's so funny? And she thought it was so hilarious. And she said, the reason why I'm laughing, she said, because you have an infection on your phone. And I was like, an infection? My phone? What you mean an infection? That's what she called it, you know. She didn't call it a virus. She said, your phone has an infection. You know, now at home, we would call it a virus. You have a virus on your device. Anyways, I said, what you mean? I said, you mean to tell me my phone has an infection? What am I going to do? You know, and she was like, well, she said, now, what you got going on right now, you will have to take it to someone because your phone is severely infected. And I was like, wow, you know, and she talked to me about the situation, and she said, look, she said, those little bugs are not on top of your screen. They are inside. That's what a phone does when it has gotten infected. I said, what the hell? I said, well, now, how did it happen? And she just looked at me really strange. She wouldn't tell me how the phone got infected. And I said, okay. She got my phone and she did something to it. I don't know what she did. But whatever she did to my phone, I noticed that there were no longer any bugs on it. I mean, y'all, can you imagine a whole bunch of tiny little mites or ants crawling within your screen, but it's not your screen? Your phone is just infected, and you know you can't make phone calls because they're just crawling everywhere. Is this the future? Is this where everything is going? Witches? Anyways, I was grateful, and all of a sudden the travel just abruptly ended because I was very frightened and I wanted to wake up. And what I noticed is I had a very difficult time, and I know everybody's, you know, a lot of people are asking me for, you know, they want me to do a video on sleep paralysis. And I had my own sleep paralysis that moment because I wanted to get up out that travel and I was stuck. It was very difficult. It was very difficult to get back into my body. So that's kind of giving you an idea of what's going on right there. Your spirit, your soul is not quite inside of your body. That's the reason why you get stuck, okay? So I had to kind of like calm down a little bit, My breathing, I was trying to make sure I was keeping up with my breathing and everything, because I noticed that I was having a difficult time trying to make my body move and get my soul back in here so that I could do what I had to do. Which reminds me, on one occasion a few years back, when I got back in my body, I was like, my top part was down at my foot part, and I had to flip. Oh, I hate when, don't y'all hate, for y'all travelers, I don't know how many travelers I got there, don't y'all hate it? It's so frightening to get back in your body kind of like upside down or the wrong way, because I had a hard time trying to flip myself back, my ethereal copy back into the right place. I was head down by the foot and foot by the head, and it's very painful, because it's like somebody was just to ball you up, turn you into a back bend, and turn you into a circle and ball you up that way or some crazy stuff like that. That's exactly what it feels like trying to fit back into my body when I come in the wrong way. Okay, so I did have some sleep paralysis for that moment, because I had to give my body some time, you understand, to be able to operate all of the nerves and stuff in here, okay? But I did panic a little bit. But it's getting to be so frequent now, I'm getting used to it. What's going on is, when I'm traveling, these travels are so intense until, it's just like right off the bat, oh, I'm traveling. Oh, my God, I'm traveling, and I'm somewhere I don't want to be. Am I dead? Am I going to be trapped here? Am I going to be stuck here? And I want out, But I have to give my soul time to get back into my body. Okay? So that dream really kind of was crazy, to see the mites and stuff in there, and the bugs all in my phone. But y'all know, in actuality, it wasn't bugs in the device for real. You understand? It was a program. It was infected. Okay? So get prepared. This is what they're going to do to your phones, to your devices in the future. Okay? You're going to have things, critters and stuff crawling, and you won't be able to see your numbers to make phone calls and dials, and you to dial out or whatever. And you're going to be forced to have to go somewhere and have your phone fixed. Now, I told you she had my phone. Okay, didn't I tell y'all that? I got back here, and I finally woke up and got my body to move and everything. And so, my phone was dead. And I said, damn, I just, charged this sucker up. What's wrong with it? It was dead as a doorknob. Then I said, well, okay, well, maybe because I took it with me on that travel or whatever. And it was kind of weird, because it was smelling funny, y'all. And so I said, okay, let me get the phone. I don't know. It didn't smell right. So I took the phone. I'm going to tell you the truth what it smelled like. Y'all ever smell electrical stuff when it be smoking and burning and stuff? That's what it smelled like. So I took the phone. I said, let me go and charge it up. I stuck it in there. And it was going beep, beep. And I'm like, why are you beeping? You're charging up. What's the problem? Then I heard a frying sound in it. Like somebody was frying bacon in the motherfucker. I said, what the fuck is going on with this bastard? And lo and behold, on that travel fried my shit. Did y'all hear me? It fried my stuff, and I don't know if those little thingies on the travel had something to do with it, or the young lady who got the device had something to do with it. But y'all, that travel mucked up my phone. Let's put it like that. First experience I have ever had like that. Now, I got a new one, because what I had to do is make a claim on my insurance and get a whole nother phone. It smelled like like barbecue. I mean, all in the device smelled like barbecue. It toasted my I thought it was well now it just toasted that part that you charge in the inside. That motherfucker was toasted. You understand? Y'all ever heard anything like that? It was smoked. Now my little charger over there and everything, it didn't affect it too bad, but it had black, like black looking stuff on it. Like the motherfucker was gonna just blow up. And I said to myself, ooh, I don't know where the hell I went, who she was, but I don't want her messing with my stuff no more. And I don't want to take nothing else. I'm gonna get my stuff away from me because I got this right now I got this huge iPad. Is this an iPad? It's an Android. I got a huge Android, y'all. This Android is sitting in my lap. It's about a 17-incher or more. And I don't want to make a mistake and take this on my travel. And I don't want to really take anything on my travel with me. Any of these devices. This is the first time I ever took a device with me. But I'm going to tell you something. I kind of got an idea of what happened because when I was on the travel, I did manage to take a picture. And I know those motherfuckers didn't want me to have that to come back and show. Anyways, R.I.P. phone. R.I.P. I got to send it back to AT&T, honey. That was a crazy experience. That travel barbecued my phone. I just want to tell y'all about that. And another thing I wanted to tell y'all about on another travel. This one happened about a couple of weeks ago. On this particular travel, and I think I told y'all about this. I had my little doll with me, and I gave her a little bit of blood. I sure did. I gave her some blood, and she was animated. You know, even though she didn't move, she didn't do anything or whatever. What she did, she took me on a travel with her. So I go on this travel with her, and there was this grocery store, and I may have deleted this, or I may have already talked to y'all about this. I can hear a man voice talking right out my ceiling here. Every time I do a video, I can, like one time there was a woman talking, and this time it's a man talking. And when they talk, their voices are inaudible. It's not like they're speaking like a specific language with any type of words I'm used to. Just like I heard the man, it was like moo 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 moo. You know, and they don't really talk with words like, you know, like humans do. And sort of like when I told y'all, I said that you could hear a man and a lady in the tree, you know, under the magnolia tree on one of the videos I did. But you got to put it like in a area where you can hear the stereo, and you may be able to hear this one too, but it's got to be plugged somewhere where you can hear the stereo, and you may just hear that man. But he said moo 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 moo. But anyway, under the magnolia tree, they said you could hear the lady. She comes out, and it sounds like my voice, but it's not my voice. And she says, and then the man said, and that's how the spirits talk to me. Their voices are not. There is no. They do not articulate the way we articulate. Does that make sense, y'all? There he goes again. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, they tend to do that when I do videos late at night during the witching hour. And most of the times they're trying to communicate with me or communicate with whoever I'm communicating with. Anyhow, y'all. So, you know, I give old Dolly some blood, and I go to sleep and everything, and old Dolly is with me on a travel. So I go to this grocery store and I saw this lady talking to this younger lady, and she was arguing about how she wasn't gonna do this and that because she was working in this grocery store. I ain't gonna be doing this and that or whatever. They ain't gonna put all this work on me. I'm going home on time today and all of this and all of that. So I didn't think nothing of it because when I'm traveling, it's not like I know much about, it's not like I'm thinking about home. It's like I'm a part of that world. You know what I'm saying? That's my life. That's my world. And I don't know anything about this world here on earth. So I go in there, and matter of fact, and it's true. It's true what Infinite Water says. You are not who you think you are. That's so true. You're not who you think you are. Like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, I'm Vanita. But I'm not Vanita. That's just a title. A lot of people define themselves as to who they are. Oh, I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. I'm a shaman. I'm a this. I'm a that. But you're not. You understand? Who you really are, you're infinite. That's what you are. Multi-dimensional being. With so many facets to you. And you know what I say? You know who I am? I just am. That's who I am. I am. That's all you can say. We can't be defined. English dictionary do not have words for who we truly are. Because we are part of some larger source, and whatever that source is a force. It's a force. And that's what we all have in common. That force. The tree. The cloud. Insects. Sea turtle. The barracuda. The shark. The dog. The wolves. All of these things. The birds. All of these things have something in common with me, and that is a life force, a force. And those things that are no longer living have no force. Anyways, it was so crazy. So let me go back to the doll. So they all complaining, oh, and I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that and everything. So I said, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm walking around, got this doll in my arms, walking to the bathroom. And no one could see me, I noticed. When I'm on these travels, nobody really pays me no attention. I wonder, can they really see me? I never will forget, I told somebody, I said, listen, I said, don't freak out, but I am in my bed asleep. And I'm traveling right now. This is an outer body for me. Could you please tell me what I look like? You know what? I don't remember the response. I don't remember. I've looked in the mirror on some travels and my body would look different. Not quite like this body here. And what's interesting about it is I'm able to materialize the type of body I want to materialize. If I want to materialize this body, I can, or I can, materialize another body if I want to. If I want to take on the image of being a cheetah, I can materialize a body and make myself to be in a fashion of a cheetah, if that makes sense. There have been times I've looked at into a mirror on my travels and I seen absolutely nothing in the mirror. Did not have an image at all. I will say this, when I went to 2027, I raised my arms up in the air because I was trying my best to get back home and couldn't figure out how to. When I raised my arms up, I noticed that I had this like fish netting on my arms as for sleeves, if that makes any sense at all. Anyways, I mean, there have even been times on my travel where, I would be in crowds and crowds of people, and I'm trying to get home, and I would actually lie down on the sidewalk, the street, or on the grass to try to lay back down and get back inside my body. And I've had to do it several attempts, just keep laying down to get up. Did the people pay me some attention? Absolutely not. It's like they can't see me. Maybe I don't have a body. Sometimes they can, sometimes they don't. So I said all of this to say this. A lot of times when you all see what you think may be a ghost in your house, or a ghost, in the street, or sometimes I watch these ghost compilations in Japan. Like, you can go to YouTube and watch ghost compilations in Japan. I mean, that's some freaky stuff, man. And a lot of the times you could see like spirits walking into walls, and you know what I'm saying? And then they just vanish and stuff, and even seen some spirits jump into trains, and just vanish. And a lot of the times we're thinking, oh, this is somebody that's deceased. A lot of times these are people who are just like me. They're travelers, they're time jumpers, and their spirits, and their ethereal copies come out of their bodies, and they can go places. Like, I can project myself in many different locations, more than in one place. You know what I'm saying? So I decide, okay. I said, let me go to the bathroom. Just listening to those young ladies. Nothing out of the ordinary. They just look like regular people, dressed like we dress here. And matter of fact, it looked like here. So, nothing to indicate to me that I was in a different world. So I go to the back, and I said, let me find the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. So, I go into the hallway, and there's only 2 doors in there. You know how you just open the door to get into the bathroom in an establishment. And there were just 3 doors, and one said women and one said men. And there was another door towards the back that said employees only. So I go inside of there, and all of a sudden I could hear a voice, and it kept saying, but I don't know who to be.